Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring Diggersby in Open Great League. Diggersby recently has been buffed with a Fire Punch, so it is very strong Pokemon, and the team around it to cover its weakness is Toxapex and the Oranguru. So do watch the video till end. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. So let's begin the video and let's see what the first opponent has for us. So the first opponent is ready for the battle and it's a Diggersby versus Talonflame. It's a bad lead for us, but still opponent swaps out into his other Pokemon. I think he's trying to bait out something which is strong against the fighting typing, and I dip into Toxapex. So they are going to go for the Frenzy Plant. So 2 or 3 Frenzy Plants should be enough to knock out the Toxapex. So I'm going to continue to farm up. I have to shield once because Frenzy Plant hits very hard. So we are going to shield this one, and I think I can throw a brine from this range. It should be enough to knock out the chestnut. So going for the brine, this will knock out or it will grab the shield, and they don't shield and it knocks out. So I think Talonflame will return, and I think there is another fighting type at the back. So let's see what he's going to come with, and he comes with Talonflame. We can overfarm a bit and we are going to generate back to back brine. This is going to do super effective damage or it will grab at least one shield. So going for the first one, and they don't shield, so I go for the second one, and this will definitely grab the shield, otherwise it will knock out the Talonflame. So they are going to shield this move and they can farm me down if they wish to do that, but they are going to throw here, which is very good for us. So we are not going to shield, we are going to save the shield for back to Pokemon. And I think it's good to come with Diggersby because something at the back is strong against Diggersby. At beginning we saw how opponent swap out immediately. So they go for the Brave Bird, it does heavy damage. And here comes the fighting type. So I go for the Fire Punch to grab the shield. And I think it's a Primate, so we can sweep the game with our Oranguru. So we are going to do confusion damage. And we are going to shield this move. I'm not going to risk it. This could be a close combat which is going to do heavy damage, at least from the shadow one. But unfortunately it's a Rage Fist. This is not enough for the close combat. This is another Rage Fist, so I don't think we have to shield this move, and we are going to just do confusion damage and go for Trailblaze, but opponent top left. Good game. Let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us, and it's a Diggersby versus Moltres. Galarian Moltres. In this matchup, I saw something weird happening. I think this is a new glitch. I go for the Fire Punch here first of all. Definitely they are not going to shield this move, so we are fine with it. And now you can see something weird. So they are going to generate up to Brave Bird, and I'm going to shield this move. I think one more Sucker Punch is required to get back to back. So here comes the first one, and here I clicked on Fire Punch. So this should be a CMP tie. So I'm going to shield this move, and they go for the Brave Bird. So logically my Fire Punch should hit the Moltres, but it didn't happen. So here they come with Primarina. I'm going to have a hard answer, which is Toxapex. I'm going to just farm them down. But here my bad luck, they are not running Fairy move, instead they are running Psychic move. So which is going to do super effective on the Toxapex, and I did a bad call here. So I'm going to generate back to back Brine to throw on Moltres. This might grab the shield, let's see what he's going to do here. So he's going to wait for the full switch timer, I'm fine with it. I'll go for the Brine. This might grab the shield or it will get them very low. Let's see what happens. So they are not going to shield. I think I can farm down. Actually they come with Decidueye. So I'll throw the Sludge Wave. I'm not going to bait him. So they have 2 shield, but for some reason they don't shield. So now it's time for a Daddy Diggersby. Now I have 100 energy on Diggersby thanks to that glitch which happened earlier. It didn't allow me to throw energy. But now I can unload this energy on the Decidueye. So it is going to be super effective, and it is a range where Decidueye can get knocked out. So I can reach third Fire Punch. Look how spammy the Diggersby is. So this is going to knock out the Decidueye, and Moltres is left with very low HP. So I think quick attack is enough and we are going to secure the win. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Diggersby versus Bibrel. So they are going to run rollout, I believe. So this move is newly given to the Bibrel. So we are going to go for the Scorching Sand and hope for the debuff, so that we can survive a surf easily. So let's see. And they don't shield and didn't get the debuff. So here I try to catch the surf, but they were very smart and they didn't throw. So they are going to throw now. This could be Hyper Fang. So I'm fine with it. I can take two of the Hyper Fang. So first one goes through and they are having two. So rollout generates energy very fast. So they are going to throw the second one. It gets me very low. So I can go for the brine immediately before they reach another move. So I'm going to go for the brine. This will knock out the Bibril. So let's see what the next Pokemon is going to return. And they come with Tentacruel. I have two good answer at the back. So I'm waiting for the switch timer. Actually here I did a mistake. I allow him to throw energy. My switch timer is up, but still I didn't move into other Pokemon. So this time I will shield this move because I have lot of energy on it. And they bait me with the acid spray. This is very unfortunate. So I will come with Oranguru to do some confusion damage. And there is a Wigglytuff at the back. So I'm going to go for this Trailblaze. This will boost up my confusion damage and it will do neutral on Wiggly. They are not going to shield. And I think we can reach another charge move on CMP type, which is Brutal Swing. This is not very effective, but I have no choice. So they are going to throw here. This is Icy Wind. No, actually it's a Swift. So this Brutal Swing is going to get them very low, or it will grab the shield. I will be fine with both. So they don't shield here and it is fine. And they knock me out with a charm. So we can come with Daddy Diggersby and just farm them down. And I think this is winnable for us because now they have to shield everything, whether I'm baiting or not. And my mindset is not going to shield this card because I can survive the damage, but still they go for the bait. And I was not calling the bait. I had a mindset that not going to shield this card. So this time I will go for the Fire Punch bait. It is going to grab the shield because this is the last Pokemon. Going for the Scorching Sand. Either it will knock out or grab the final shield. Let's see what happens. And I have a energy loaded on Toxapex. So I'm going to snipe them with the Sludge Wave. I don't think it is quite enough, but I think few more Poison Jab will be enough to knock out the Tenta. So I think one more Poison Jab and they throw here. I think I will use this shield, and whether it's a acid spray, it's still going to be enough to knock out. And yes, we win this match. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Diggersby versus Gastrodon. It's good thing that Gastrodon is faced against the Diggersby because Toxapex will struggle. So we are going to go for the Scorching Sands and hope for the debuff. So let's see if it happens. It does more damage. Going for the Scorching Sand and they don't shield. Half of the health is gone and I get the attack debuff, which is very good for us. Now we can survive the Earth Power very easily. And I can reach another Scorching Sand and I believe this is going to be enough. So let's see if it's going to invest the shield. If it doesn't, then it will definitely knock out, or it may come very close. Actually survives. No, actually it doesn't survive. And here comes the Typhlosion. I will full send the Scorching Sand and I am going to dip into other Pokemon instead of staying here and giving him farm up. So he's going to shield this move. I come with Oranguru and I have to be very careful. This Blast Burn, even though it's a debuff, is still going to hurt a lot. So I will invest a shield on Oranguru. Actually they go for the Solar Beam. The opponent was trying to surprise nuke me. I reach the Brutal Swing. This is going to be enough to knock out the Typhlosion if they don't shield. And let's see what the final Pokemon is. And the good thing is it's a Clodsire, and luckily I shielded my Oranguru, otherwise I would have struggled with the Toxapex. So I'm going to boost up my confusion damage with the Trailblaze. It will do neutral damage and it will boost up my attack. They are going to give the shields. This could be a Sludge Bomb, but still I will shield this move just to retain the health. And yes, they are going to go for the Sludge. And now Confusion are going to do a lot of damage. I can go for the Brutal Swing. This is a boosted one, so it will do more damage. It will get them very low. And they are on Earthquake, I believe. So let's catch that move on Diggersby and waste the energy. So this is definitely an Earthquake. So I wasted a lot of energy from the Clodsire. And I'm not going to show them Toxapex. I will just Confusion them down. Good game to my opponent. And let's move towards the final match of this video. Let's see what the opponent has for us. And it's a Diggersby versus Diggersby. So once I get the attack debuff, I dip into other Pokemon. Definitely not the Toxapex, but the Oranguru, which is our safe switch in the team. So they are going to reach the Scorching Sand first. So we are going to stay here. And I didn't get the debuff, so I'm going to stay and throw my own Scorching Sand and fetch for the debuff. Let's see if it happens. And they didn't get the debuff. That's very unfortunate. So we are going to reach another one, but they reach before us. Let's see what happens here. So they are going to go for the Scorching Sand And now I get the attack debuff, I believe. So I'm going to dip into my Oranguru and I will throw the Trailblaze. Actually, before that they reach the Scorching Sand. Oranguru can tank the first one, so not going to shield this move. So I'm fine with it. And here they dip into Rollout Dunsparce, so we are going to still go for the Trailblaze just to boost up our confusion damage. So going for the first one, and it is going to be no shield. They go for the move here. This could be a drill run, so I just shielded this move because I'm going to reach another charge move, and this is a drill run. This time I will go for the brutal swing. Let's see if he's going to give up the final shield or he will save a shield. So going for the brutal swing, and yes, they give up the shield, so I'm going to snipe them with the Diggersby. So this Scorching Sand will get them very low, or it will grab the final shield, and they don't shield here, so I'm going to just farm them down. This drill run is not very effective, so I don't have to worry about shielding this move. So hopefully we can quick attack them down. I think it is not going to happen, so I will throw this fire punch just to get the knockout and get relief from the Dunsparce, otherwise Toxapex will struggle. And here comes, I believe he will come back with the Diggersby, and he just knocked me out with the one quick attack. I can reach the brutal swing, so I'm going to throw it immediately. This was a CMP time on the fire punch. This is going to knock out the Diggersby, and let's see what the final Pokemon is. And the final Pokemon is Toxapex. I will do some confusion damage to get them bit low, and then I'm going to mirror them with our own Toxapex. So they are going to do Sludge Wave, and same way we are going to go for the Sludge Wave. I think we can win this matchup because we have one shield, even though opponent has shield, but still we have a Oranguru at the back. Even though at the end we tie up, I mean simultaneous KO'd each other, but still I have a Pokemon alive at the back. So they shield my Sludge Wave. So this could be another Sludge Wave. I'm not going to shield. I'm going to wait for the last moment when my Toxapex gets very low. And then I realized actually this was my legend team which opponent was using. Diggersby, Dunsparce and the Toxapex, which helped me to reach the legend in the last season. So we are going to go for the Sludge Wave. Both are getting very low. Both are into red health now. So I believe this is the time to shield this move. Otherwise we are going to lose this match. And I was 100% sure he was going to bait me. But still I can reach the Sludge Wave, and this Sludge Wave is going to be enough to knock out the Toxapex. And we are going to secure the final match. So good game to my opponent, and actually this was a 5-0 set. So the team is very strong and consistent. If you wish, you can use it. And thank you for watching this video till end. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.